Welcome to Subramani. Please subscribe. Please hit the bell icon. A lot of my friends who make political videos are suffering today for whatever reason. Something is happening because of which their videos are not getting monetized. So I feel sorry for them. I don't have any such thing, but I still need more subscribers, right? Because I simply feel that more people should hear about this, and I have no product to sell, I have no axe to grind, but I just want more people to know about investing and safe investing and not losing money, etc., topics on which I talk about. That brings me to a very important question as to what is your tipping point. At what stage of your portfolio value or a single equity value will you decide this much and no further, and you will sell off? Let's say you had bought Paytm at a price of 990 or something like that on the way down. Then at what stage would you get out? Would you get out at 800? Would you get out at 600, 400, 30, 90, 20? What price will you say, okay, this much and no further, right? So I'm taking a typical case of Paytm because it fell a huge number and it is still falling. So similarly, what stage, at what number would you say, okay, this much and no further, let me sell off? You bought a share for 30 rupees, it has now gone to 400. You say, okay, this is fantastic money for me, I don't need to be in this share, somebody else can make more money, so let me get out. Would you do that, or will you keep looking at the EPS and say, oh, the share price has gone up, but then so has the EPS, the PE has not changed, I bought at a PE of 8 and today again at a PE of 9 or 10, I will sell at a PE of 20. It could be that, but there would be some tipping point and say this much and no further. I bought the share for 700 rupees. I thought it would be 1200. It is 6000. That's fantastic. It's a super move, and I will sell off. So right, there will be some tipping point for you, either on the buy side or on the sell side. Right now, it's also very important to know what is that number at which you are comfortable. Now suppose you are sitting with an investment advisor, and that investment advisor says there is something called a 30 times rule. You are you are expected to be spending 10 lakhs a year when you retire at the age of 55 or 60 or whatever. So the formula is 30 times, so you need 3 crores. You have something like 3.25 crores, so technically speaking you can retire. Right. So when somebody tells you that 3 crores is what you need for retirement, are you happy with 3 crore 25 lakhs or something like that, or you say, well, what if things go wrong? What if I don't die at 82 but die at 92? What will happen if I die and my wife stays longer and she lives for 15 years after me? Will she be able to manage a complex portfolio, or will she have to put everything into very inefficient things like bank fixed deposits or annuities, and so therefore she will pay a huge amount of tax, right? It's very difficult for people to know all this have to be answered. So you say, no, I'm not happy with 3 crores, I need at least 6 crores to be happy. So at 6 crores, do you say it's enough? Maybe you're now a little more scared. You say, oh, my friend lost 80 lakhs in his kidney transplant, and I never anticipated something like this would happen. I don't have enough insurance, so I need another 1 crore just for medical, right? So something you can keep coming up with, but there will still be a tipping point and say, at this point, I don't need to worry about my income. I can really go and do exactly what I want. So asking yourself, what is your tipping point for each and every asset that you own, right? Let's say you bought a house for 30 lakhs, today it is worth 6 crores. So you feel, let me just encash this, go and live in a place where it is not so expensive to own real estate. So I'll put 4 crores in some deposit, and for 2 crores I'll buy a nice house in a different city. So tipping point for a house can also be there. Tipping point for selling a share. Right, so I bought it for 30 rupees, it's gone to 400 rupees, I've had my fill, now let somebody else make money. Maybe that, or saying, how much risk should I hold? Or selling partially, that can also be done. You can say, okay, I'll sell off 10 shares or 100 shares or whatever, and say, okay, now I have recovered my cost plus good profit, so the balance can remain there. You could do that. That is not a bad strategy either. While selling also, you say, okay, I bought this for 100 bucks. I had a stop loss at 70. Now it's been at 70, but it has been at 70 for the last 1 year. So my time stop loss is also being triggered, saying in 1 year if I have not made any money on this share, I have not lost money, but I have had an opportunity cost of say 20% return is what I have got in the equity market. So I have lost that opportunity cost. So I have two kinds of a limit. I have a limit of price, and I also have a limit of time, saying if 1 year this share has not done anything, it's time for me to get rid of it. That could be another trigger. So asking yourself, what is the tipping point? Is it time? Is it money? Is it simplicity? At 75 you might decide, I don't want a complicated portfolio, all my money will be in annuities and bank fixed deposits. My children are not interested in managing this money, it's too complicated for them. They're only interested in perhaps the real estate. They have no clue how much is my portfolio. It's a fantastic time to be shifting to simpler assets. This is a time ticking point, right? Tipping point. So you have to know what is your tipping point for your total value of your portfolio also, saying, oh my god, I got too much money in equity, the market has crashed, I am 74 years of age, do I have enough time for the market to recover? Maybe I think market will take 6 years to recover or 7 years to recover, because I've been in the market in the 1990s where there was a 7-year recession. So these things could happen, right? So how prepared are we for these things is something which you have to keep asking yourself. Maybe you don't write it down, but maybe you discuss with your family, right? Your wife, children, your investment advisor should all know that beyond this point of fall in equity, maybe it is 50% for you, maybe it is 60% for me, whatever. At 50% of my portfolio, I realized my investment planner told me I need 3 crores for retirement. I had 9 crores. This 9 crores is fully in equity or mostly in equity. It has already fallen from 9 crores to about 6 crores. I am still comfortable, I can still retire, but this is not the kind of risk that I want to take. So maybe it's a bad time, but the tipping point was when I saw 6 crores instead of 12 crores, which I had got used to seeing. For me, that became my tipping point. If you don't know what is your tipping point, you might act at a wrong time. So knowing what is your tipping point, maybe writing it down could help, and it would also mean you wouldn't have to panic when it hits them. Just write down, keep writing in your journal, keep writing in your diary, right? So once you have all that, your mind accepts it better than when you're hit and confronted and you're wondering what to do. Thank you.